Breaking, we are learning why the feds deported a Rhode Island doctor to the Middle East. The Department of Homeland Security claims she admitted to supporting the leader of a terrorist organization. Boston 25 News reporter Jim Morelli is live outside a federal court in Boston where we learned this information. And Jim, her colleagues, they are standing by her.
They are, Mark. This doctor is a transplant nephrologist. There aren't many of them in our area. There aren't many of them nationally. So her expertise is sorely missed down in Rhode Island. But her colleagues also say, in addition, she is a lovely human being.
We want to support our colleague and make sure that we can get her returned, and that's really our primary objective.
She is one of only a handful of transplant nephrologists in the Northeast. But Dr. Rasha Alawiya isn't seeing patients at Brown Medicine this week, and it's unclear when, if ever, she'll be back.
Our client is in Lebanon, and we're not going to stop fighting to get her back in the U.S. to see her patients, and we're also going to make sure that the government follows the rule of law.
Alawiya returned to the U.S. last Thursday after visiting family in Lebanon, but immigration officials sent her packing the next day after finding photos on her cell phone suggesting Alawiya is sympathetic to Hezbollah, and most especially its deceased former leader, Hassan Nasrallah. On X, the Department of Homeland Security defended its actions, saying Alawiya attended the funeral of Nasrallah last month. The White House responded to the DHS post with, "Bye-bye, Rasha." Nasrallah was killed 5 months ago. Tens of thousands reportedly attended his funeral. He is a religious, spiritual person, she told immigration officers. He has very high value and teaches spirituality and morality. It's unclear how Alawiya became the target of investigators, but a court order was issued to prevent her immediate deportation. Federal court documents show Logan Customs and Border Protection was informed that court order was coming at 7 p.m. on Friday. But within 45 minutes, Alawiya was escorted to an Air France flight, boarded, and left the country. Customs and Border Protection says it didn't get the court order allowing her to stay until about half an hour later. A federal judge delayed a Monday hearing to give the government more time to defend its actions. Alawiya's colleagues say the longer she's gone, the more patients will suffer.
She was the best candidate for the job medically, and she is, her absence will be a loss for the men, women, and children in our state who have chronic kidney disease and who have kidney transplants.
So this is kind of chilling. Brown University Health issuing this statement to us that they are strongly encouraging international staff members to postpone or delay travel overseas until they can clarify re-entry requirements. Live in Boston, Jim Morelli for your local station, Boston 25 News.
Jim.